Hey people, how are you all doing? Sorry, I've been away for a bit. I'm just not obsessing about chess at the moment. I've got a lot of other stuff going on. And I realised, I think up to last week, I had a 1,556 day playing streak or something like that on chess.com. And as you can see here, it's February 28th. It's now March 3rd. So I've not played in four days. In fact, my last game was Arthur Bot as well. But I haven't had a loss except for Non-Touch, who has since been banned. And I've had some points refunded, so happy days. Anyway, so we do a game. I was meant to be having a lesson with Mike, and no Mike. Okay, so I'm 1560. I had a good over the board game the other day. So what are we going to do? What you going to do? Kin Killer 44 from Cuba. Okay, are you up for it? Not up for it. All right then. I think that anyone who abandons a game should lose 1 point, don't you? That'd make them think twice. Okay, so here. No, it's e4. I think it's e4. Then he's got two options. You go, this is like the Scandinavian. Okay, and then now we flip round. And then we get into familiar territory. All right. Now, I think Mike says knight f3 here. Reason is it's a forcing move. So it de-encourages h5. There we go. And, okay, immediately, are we going to claim that this bishop is misplaced? So first I'm getting the knight out of the way. My bishop wants to come to here, right? And the point is that my knight, having done a bit of a dance around the board, if you look, this is where the knight's gone, 1, 2, 3, to here, right? But it's in a good position. It is in a useful position. Now my bishop's going to come out to c4 because this pawn is defended. And I would argue that that bishop ain't the prettiest bishop in the world. Okay, so c5. Fairly stuff. I'm wondering, you see b5 isn't playable now because I just have it. He's also blocked off this bishop and made life worse. And this, by the way, is exactly what you get in reverse with the Black Knight's Tango. They bring out this bishop, planting it at the back of this diamond of pawns. Okay, so I think I'm going to play this, pinning the knight on the queen. We might have, there we go. Okay, so with this I think just a4. Yeah? a4, very, very typical response to say, no, you can stick your b5 right up your arse because b5, I take it and you can't take back because boom, you know? Okay, and here we have h6. Now I can't go here, remember, because I'm going to get trapped. Don't want to be trappity-doodad there. So I'm going to come back to here. And this, I'm quite happy with. And again, similar idea. Similar idea. You want to get one of your knights onto the f5 square. Still, he doesn't have b5. And I'm chilling. Castles, I think. Do we have to fear this? I don't fear it one bit. I think castles. See there, and then I've got c3. Because I was thinking, well, could I do c3 to prevent this? c3, dc, bc. He don't want to do that. He leaves himself with an isolated pawn here. Okay, and now we find ourselves in a kind of a crossroads, and I'm thinking it's now time for knight h4. Probably then knight h to f5. And this also, notice, opens up the f4 pawn break, which all seems tickety-boo. Oh, of course. Yes. So I take that, but that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You take my knight, I take your bishop for free. Should have checked it, but I think he should have checked it more. Because me not think this is a working. And you've just... Am I scared of this? Don't I just have queen f3, even bishop d5, defending there. Sunday, Monday, happy days, I think. Maybe even Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days, I don't know. What do you think? I think we're alright. You attack my queen? You come here on the day of my daughter's wedding? You insult my queen? Sorry, that's a real mix-up of two films. What were the two films? Answers in the postcard. Very straightforward, I'll tell you. Godfather and 300. Okay, now if pawn f3. I mean, I also have the option of just like this, something like. If f3, what's he got? Is he going to come here? Is he going to try and checkmate me here? But if I do f3, I can always put my queen here and defend that. So that seems fine with tempo. Even if here, can I even just take? Check this. I think f3 is fine here. And we are a piece up for a pawn. f3. You come here, you keep giving me stuff. I'll come here, I'll put my rook on g1. I've got two healthy bishops. This knight is baba. It's got one square it can go to right now. Can even counterattack the queen. But I don't like the look of g3, not when he's got a light squared bishop that's active and on the right side, and my bishop is on the outside of this pawn. But it does have that as well. But what about f3? I've got 13 and a half minutes here. Laughing boy here, Nildo, 09 1990, Nildo, is playing far too quick. f3. Even queen here, bishop here. I can't see a problem actually. I honestly can't. You come here, I snatch it off. You haven't got another bishop. I'm going to threaten this, queen e1. Well, trading off everything else is a thought, I suppose. I kind of like this move. Contempo. Having said that, I like queen e1 as well. Queen e1 is just as bad for him. If he comes here and takes, by the way, I can just take that with a knight. I like queen e1. Queen e1 here. Got g3. Again, weakening the light squares. I don't see any point. The point about the weakening is I want to keep control over these squares. It's not even so much that, you know, he gets to come through. If I take, that opens up his rook. There ain't no need for that. There is a free pawn, of course, that taketh, take more pawns. But I am drawn to, I have to say, I'm drawn to this. And then maybe queen g3. I don't see an issue. I really don't. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you can play as quick as you want. Bruv. I ain't even bothered. Takes, no worries. I like this. And the thing I like about queen g3 is the prospect of bishop takes h6, because this pawn will be pinned and therefore not defending this one. So here, I've got eyes on that. It's defended by the knight. Connects the rooks. Oh no, the knight's hanging. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on a moment. So what do? Do I trade? Can't defend the knight. I can't see a way to defend the knight. If I retreat the knight, he's got takes. Even so, that's not bad, but I can just grab the bull by the horns and initiate the trade myself. Then he's got an option of taking that or that. But look, I am still up a piece. If he takes my bishop, however he takes my bishop, I've got this maybe for the knight, or this. Both nice squares. I can even just be cheeky and snatch a pawn. But what if, I mean, do I have a safe route out of there? He's got queen here, which both hits the knight there and defends this pawn. There, queen there. I think I'm a little snookered, so I don't really want to do that. I think I want to come here or here. And my hunch is just e4 because it's more central and it's more nearer to the king. I'm still fancying queen g3. I'm still fancying bishop takes there, although actually queen defends. Ah, bringing it, are you? So just this then, yeah? This, and I can always come back to b3. Now he's a full piece down. I have one healthy bishop more than hit. Sasha, I don't know what you're doing. Oi! Georg! Sasha! Sasha! Okay, there we go. This is the move we expected. There's no alternative to that, is there? I suppose I could try and defend with b4. Then does he hit me with this, then I come back, the bishop defends it. Sod it, let's do this, throw in b4. Sash, sorry, oi, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come and say sorry to the boys and girls, come on. Say, I'm sorry, I was cleaning my arse in the noisiest possible manner. Okay. So tickles the knight, I think back comes the knight. Back comes the knight. And I still have queen g3, still have the threat of this. Actually, now that the queen no longer defends that pawn, does she? I'm hitting this, it's defended. That takes. I can't. Right, the only reason I can think for Nildo, the dimwit, joking, putting his queen there is because he wants to do this, but the D file is blocked, so the hell. I'm very much inclined to push b5 because it comes with tempo. b5. Takey, takey. Queen can't take. I don't get it. Tell me. And he played that move in 5 seconds. Fool's got 15 minutes 45 still on his clock. He's got more time than he had when he started the game. And I'm using the word fool advisedly here. Because he's... Right. And I'm happy to explain why. He started a 15-10 game and is playing it like it's 5-minute blitz. That's why. And that's just dumb. Also, actually, the knight defends the rook as well. So takey, right, is knight's under fire and his queen's under fire. Right, now surely it's time for this. Right? Because I've got 2 threats. Bingo and bongo. And then maybe, you know, there's some... Ooh, hello. Have we found a move? Well done. Well done. You did find that. I didn't look. So, foolish of me. If f5 push... I don't want to take on here. I don't want to open up his queen. I might even just stick my king on h1 and give him the bird. Right, that was a reasonable move. Push there. Could also always let him take. Push there and there. Push there. Nothing's gained at all. All I've done is made my bishop worse. Can I stick my queen down his throat? This pawn's not defended, is it? Stick my queen up there. I feel like I'd love to lift a rook, but these two pawns are too far advanced. You know, they're covering all these squares, so he's got weak ass pawns here. What do we improve here? Here, queen takes. That puts the queen somewhat out of action. Here, I take back. That is similar. This knight is not doing much heavy lifting right now. Where does that knight want to be? It wants to be attacking this pawn. Can it attack that pawn? No. Bish bash. No. Can I throw in c4? He takes on passant. I take back with the bishop. Yeah, takes. This pawn's blocked off. Sod it, I'm throwing in c4. I don't care. I don't like your queen. I don't particularly care for that move terribly much. I mean, yes, you're blocking off my bishop, but I can afford to sack the bishop for 2 pawns. There, the knight can't move with a threat like check, so boom, boom. Maybe it was queen g6, you know, attacking this pawn. But he'd have probably played that move anyway, right? Knight defends this. Knight's doing a reasonable job here. And obviously my queen's under fire, so we need to give that some careful thought. I still like queen g6. But I'm also somewhat inclined for this move. I mean, my bishop could be a good piece. But is it worth more than these 2 pawns? That's the question. If I do takey, right? What am I? I believe I'm 2 pawns up, right? No, yeah, I've got to be 2 pawns up. Because on the queen side, he's got 3 and I've got 4, right? On the king side, they'll be gone and he'll have 2 to my 3. So I'm a pawn up on both sides of the board, each side of the board. Also, this pawn is going to be very weak. I've talked myself into it. I've got 7 minutes left on the clock. That's plenty of time. I'm even going to pre-move the recapture and say, do your worst. Because I'll tell you what, if I win this pawn, which by the way is attacked twice and not even defended, should have calculated that. That is not outside of my pay grade. Still takes, still knight and rook both defend that rook, so ain't no point in that. But his immediate problem now is I'm going to get my 3rd pawn for the bishop. I will then be 3 pawns up, as in 1, 2 and 3. These are they. These are they. And that is not going to be, you know, who would take black in this situation? He can't defend. What are you thinking? I mean, can't I just take there with a knight? What are you thinking? I mean, it's tempting to hit the queen and gain the open file, of course, right? Or I could just even do this. I could do this. I could just take the pawn with the knight. I could take the pawn with the queen. That also attacks this pawn. I think I want to improve the knight. I think I want the knight like on one of these outpost squares defended by one of these pawns, right? So I think I want to take with a knight. I mean, that's a lush square for that knight, isn't it? Okay, oh, pinning the knight. Fair enough. But notice the knight can't be attacked by a pawn. And that's why it's an outpost square. No, it's not. It's not ideally, because it's not defended by one of my own pawns. I'd love to hassle the queen now. I think I'm just going to play king h1. Still 6 minutes. Loads of time. I'm up 3 whole pawns. Right. I might just do something like this. Rook on here. I could just also just move the knight, and I think knight c6 looks really cool. Knight c6, I've got maybe check threat here. Actually, even better than that, I've got an immediate forking opportunity. Now that the king's moved out of the pin, there's no pin on, the knight's free to move. Knight e6 wins material. Opponent has egg on face. Which he now defends. Alrighty. But what if I do that? Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. If he goes here, he gets the forking treatment. Oh, tits. That I missed. Oh, mate. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. And now my bloody hell. Resigning it. Am I? I'm gonna be down after takes. Bloody hell. That was really good up until a certain point. Let's have a look. This took me eye off the ball. Yeah. Apparently he played with higher accuracy than me. Bollocks. No, I don't know. I don't know. He had one blunder. What was his blunder? Knight in there. Yeah, because he just lost. That's where he lost material. And then I just did that at the end, which is just plain old stupid. But it was a 1650 game, okay? Even with that blunder. Without the blunder, shall we see what it looks like without a blunder? So what I'm going to do is I think we can do this. I'm going to do share. And I select the whole PGN, right? I'll pull up a new analysis board. And I'm going to paste in the PGN anonymously without the blunder. G takes c4, queen takes h4. Check. Hang on, what was the last move? What was the silly move? Right. So it's after knight to there. Yeah, I'm doing fine. So after, up to knight g5. Oh, right, it's got a variation. Okay, that's fine. I'll just delete all of that stuff and I'll do add game. And then I'll do review. So what is the apart from the blunder at the end, what was the objective? Not for any reason. 83 accuracy from me and an 1800 game. And he played solid. I didn't think he played that well. I honestly didn't think he played that well. But you know, it was tight. It was tight up to there. In fact, the whole game was tight apart from his blunder. So, you know, maybe fair play. But other than that, 5 inaccuracies, no mistakes, no misses. So there you go. But you know, hold in there, guys. Everyone shits the bed from time to time. Happens. But up until I think if I was playing that, to be fair, if I was playing that over the board, I think I'd have noticed that my queen was hanging. Just because I was talking. You distract me. That's what goes on. It's your fault. See, I'll be 1700, 1750 right now if it wasn't for you. So I blame you. Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's my story. But anyway, it was quite a good game up until that point. Let's check the opening. I think the computer wants you to play knight g3 first. Well, that's 0.2 of a pawn difference, so you can't. No. Yeah, that again. Like we said, we didn't like that. Now knight g3. It's not the best move. c3. c3. And I like the move c3 for various reasons. You know, one is it creates great opportunities for like queen forks on the king and a minor piece. Sometimes you get, you know, a knight or a bishop turns up here and you go, haha, I win. It's good fun. Contesting the center. I do kind of like that move from an aesthetic point of view. I do like it. But, okay. So I played this. Best. Happy days. Excellent move. Computer says castles, yeah. Oh, I didn't like a4. The knight is pinned. Wow, okay. Nearly half a pawn better. Right, well that might be a move to remember. That really might be a move to remember, because this is a position that I bet has come up 10,000 times. I bet it has. Let me... Can you do this? I'm just going to try something else, because, you know, like, I've missed you, you've missed me. We're spending some quality time together. Okay, Lichess Explorer. Can I put in a fen into the Lichess Explorer? I certainly can. Okay, hit F to flip the board. Set this to 1800 to 2200 on Lichess. I said this position has been... hang on. Let me go back one. Let me go back one. I'm going to grab the fen again. Grab the fen again. Okay. 10,000 times. It's been reached 100 times at this level. What about at all levels? And all time controls? Not 10,000 times. 300. Okay. But at... so at my level, rapid, blah, blah. Okay. Most commonly played move here, a4, which is what I've done in it. Yeah? 5 times. Knight h5 has been played twice. And guess what? Black's won both. Isn't that interesting? a3's been played a couple of times as well. That's all that's been played from this position. Knight h5. What does the computer say on Lichess? Computer's now saying knight h4. It thinks is better. Also castles. And then knight h5. But it's all good. Balanced position. Good game, good game. I just managed to shoot myself up the nose. And it, you know, it happens. But again, it's your fault. So, you know, apology accepted. Okay. Right, we'll leave it there. And I'll try and keep some more games coming for you guys. Because, you know, it's a breath of fresh air in it. Okay, well, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.